So leadership is knowing who you are and really committing to that, so that as you move forward, you make decisions that are in alignment with that, because leadership requires that the leader is able to make good decisions in an instant. So you really have to be comfortable with who you are as a person. A leader has to be very brave. It requires a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe in, even though people might not agree, they might not support you. So I think that to be a good leader, you need to be strong and brave in that way. I think that anyone can become a leader if they are willing to be courageous, and if they have the right perspective where they're interested in making a positive impact. That's important as well. In order to learn to be a leader, you have to be committed to lifelong learning, and that can be through institutions such as schooling, but also independently, so you can teach yourself, right? So you can learn about the problems that are going on in the world that you care about, and you can learn ways that you can creatively solve them. But also there are many resources, especially available to women, and I strongly advocate that you take advantage of those. So, for example, it's important to engage yourself in a community of women helping other women. Throughout history, men in the workforce, for example, have often really supported each other, and women were very supportive at home and supportive of their spouses. And nowadays, the majority of women work. And so what we need to do is we need to do that same type of supportive environment where women are supporting each other. And fortunately, there are a lot of great resources available so that you're not isolated and you're taking part in that community. So, for example, if you're interested, you can go to parism.com, and the blog there, there's an article about the barricades that entrepreneurs must break through to succeed. And there's a list of a lot of local and national resources for women. So you can take advantage of those, and it will help you so that you're engaged in the community that will help support you. So one of the main important things that you need to do is become really knowledgeable about the subject matter that you are going to be a leader about in the world, right? So you have to feel really comfortable and confident and knowledgeable in that area. Secondly, I would say, especially for women, it's very important to become really good at public speaking. And some people, that's the hardest thing for them. More so than anything, they fear public speaking. But it's very important for women not only to gain knowledge, but to be able to share that with the world. So public speaking is really important. And finally, I would say that it's also really important that you are in control of your own thoughts, right? Because sometimes your own thoughts can get the best of you. So it gets difficult. You have to be really brave, and you have to be confident and believe in yourself. But in order to do that, you have to have control of your own thoughts. So meditation, practicing mindfulness. There are a lot of good books about mindfulness nowadays. That way you can recognize those harmful thoughts and keep those out. And if you can do that, you'll really be in control of yourself in a way that helps you so that you can be an excellent leader. It's really important that you are confident and strong within yourself, right? And so that you're not too outwardly focused on what other people are thinking of you. You're always going to have people that are on your team and people that are not. That's just the way it is, so you have to get comfortable with that. And there's a saying that I always really like, the principle applies, and it is, don't explain yourself, because your friends, they don't need you to explain, and your enemies won't believe you anyway. of the very important things for young girls to know is that they need to set goals for themselves that they can become independent, right? And so what that means is emotionally and financially independent. So I think it's important to know that you should move forward with that goal in mind, and that you become and develop this independence to take care of yourself in the world before you develop relationships, build a family for yourself, for example. You want to get yourself into a really good situation, and at a time when you're able to focus on that. So you put yourself first in that way and develop yourself through education, as we talked about, institutionally, and you can help yourself in those ways as well. So the answer is to develop independence for yourself first, and then go out into the world and make it